I can see my friend. Fucking and making songs down, 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 boom, 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 boom. Logan, you can throw it in. Dear,
Future entertainment right here with Travis, Hammers, and myself. Welcome everybody to another, brand new episode and a new series called Off the Clock. It's off the clock. We're off the clock. Travis, you don't have to.
Alright, we're good?
We're good.
That was so fucking inspiring just to do that. It felt so good. Was that the same band that did Randy Orton's first theme song? It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Gotta be.
I never thought about that until now. How could you do that to me?
I think the thing I should be asking myself is why the fuck do I have that song on lockdown so fluently in my head?
I know. Like, that's why I was... Are you trying to tell me you're an actual Maven fan like me?
Didn't say that.
Don't lie to me, Hibiki.
Don't lie to me, Lex. Wow.
But it's good to be back. It's been a while since we've recorded live together, Travis, Hammers. And it's actually been a long time since I've done anything like live stream, like just off the clock.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. It's good to do a show again. For Christ's sakes, no, I haven't been in exile. Just all my equipment's messed up. So I've just been putting out live streams, and Matt's been holding down Union Smack. It's good to be here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, Travis, is I could record your shows and put them out for you.
I'm aware. It's not just equipment, too. It's just fucking real life, man. And that's why we're here. Off the clock, real life work, all that bullshit, work stories, yada yada.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool part is we got a shit ton of stories about work and how the customers aren't fucking right every time.
Yeah.
It's just...
I feel like, Logan, if you opened your own establishment, you would hand out cinder blocks at the door, because you wouldn't put up with any shit from your clientele.
No, I would not. I would not. I would be the Iron Chef.
Oh, they're going to say Iron Sheik. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that too. I think, to be honest with you, I would be like Robert Irvine in, like, Restaurant Impossible. Or something like that. Like, not going to take any shit, and I'm going to help your restaurant. If you like it, good. If you don't, then I'm going to walk out that fucking door.
Yeah.
And as you can hear, we're not alone in our sentiments about restaurant business or just work stories. We got another pally here. We got your newest half from Future of Wrestling, Logan.
Yes, we do. And Hammers, for some reason I forgot your commentary name but I remember it somehow because when somebody came to me and asked, why is his name that for commentary, I'm like, Hammers is just the smartest guy in the world when it comes to making names. That just...
The one and only Scotty Bear.
Yes, Scotty Bear.
I actually want to ask this question. How many people have actually signed that referee, like, change.org thing? I really want to know. Like, I really want to see the numbers behind that.
The funny part is it's a WWE 2K game and all the referees fucking suck. Literally.
Oh yeah. I loved when there were so many, like, so much heat for that. It was hilarious.
It's like the AI for the referee just can't comprehend there's even a pin sometimes. Like, they get down there like 2 minutes later. I'm like, come on, get down there and pin. You act like you have Mick Foley hips.
That shit needs to be fucking tweaked. I agree doing it with a Biggie Pro. Sometimes like, come on, like if I'm gonna record a squash match or just something fast paced, like Jesus Christ, what you doing, Nick Patrick?
I'll be right back for a second.
Yeah. All right. Travis, though, like, what is your opinions on future wrestling lately?
It's a lot better than fucking Monday Night Raw.
It's a lot better. I try my best with the booking process. I got a shit ton of heads involved in the booking now. So, I mean, a lot of people have been really excited about what the future holds, and not gonna lie, there's a lot coming, and I just can't wait for, like for example, Chad Gable's gonna be debuting soon.
There you go. Stealing my ideas, but there you go. I signed him first, you asshole. But mine's Dark Gable. It's different. They would say it's his brother.
Yes, and then we also not just Chad
not to
Gable.
interrupt, Logan. Real life happens. What do you think? Because we haven't done any fucking wrestling shows. We did nothing together forever. What do you think, since Hammer stepped out for a second, sidebar, of Chad Gable's new haircut, Logan?
That I'm still on the
Speechless?
still on the scratching my head process.
Scratch and claw? Oh.
Well, could be. Could be.
Yeah. At first, it took me a second, but you know what? It's growing
I like
up.
it. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like it matures his character a little bit. Growing up Gable.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Bobby Roode now, like a small version of Bobby Roode.
He reminds me of, like, I don't know, like a Billy Kidman-ish? I don't know what it is, but I'm digging it.
Yes, yes, he does. Just a lot more better in the ring.
But yeah, I just thought we'd talk about that for a second. Because, you know, there's not a lot happening buzz-wise. We were talking off air. I can't think of a time since, like, I don't know, 2010. Anything pre-CM Punk. It was just, there's no buzz to the product right now. There's nothing going. AMW, is it root beer? AEW has all the momentum right now, I feel like.
They have all the momentum, definitely. But there's just one thing that is in the back of my head, and I'm not trying to piss off any of the fanboys for AEW, but part of me just thinks it's going to be that, yes, they're head-to-head with WWE, but come on, look at the bigger picture, Travis. It looks like that time where they went straight head-to-head with TNA on Monday nights. Same time. That's the feeling I'm getting.
I don't think it does. I think it's different for a lot. I think, for one, they're not going head-to-head. They're not that fucking stupid. They're learning their lesson, at least from what TNA did. I think, out of the gate, TNA just didn't have any legs to stand on. But I think we're also in a different place now in wrestling. When that happened with TNA, and that was 2010, look at all the goddamn wrestling that's available right now. You know what I mean? At any time, you can watch New Japan now with English commentary. Back then, you didn't have that. You had to suck it up, either read subtitles, some shit on the internet, or just plow through the Japanese commentary. You got Ring of Honor, you got Impact, you got all these places. There's a lot more options, and people are more accustomed to now I feel like taking a risk and stepping outside of their comfort zone. Because as you can see, and as I can see, and the world can see, because it's true, all the ratings sync and everything, people have found other options in pro wrestling. That's why the ratings are at an all-time low. People are sick of this bullshit, in their eyes or whatever. And I'm not saying that the product in a whole WWE right now is just what I'm talking about is garbage, but it's almost like I have a lot of devil's advocate for WWE. I see people that shit on Baron Corbin a lot and stuff like that, but isn't that what you want in a good heel? I see people that bitch about Kofi's reign. Well, you people clamored for Kofi, so I get WWE sometimes, but there's a lot of shit they do more times than not that I can't defend. Just stupid ass decisions with WWE. And I know I'm way off topic now, Logan, but like I said, playing catch up and shit, there's just been so much to talk about,
Well, I don't know if Hammers is back. I don't know if that.
I'm here. I've been listening the whole time.
Okay. Well, there's one thing I do want to mention that I absolutely love right now in WWE, and I think you guys might agree with me a little bit. There's one guy. I want to see if you guys can predict who it is, who really stands out as one of the best talkers in.
Elias.
Well, yes, but not him.
For you, because you always say Elias, not for me.
But that's actually not who I'm actually talking about, for once.
Bray Wyatt.
Adam Cole.
Well, Bray Wyatt, of course. Bray Wyatt is... This whole new character is going to be insane, but there's another guy that's out there.
Talking wise, you got fucking Big E, who's underrated. You got Samoa Joe, who's tremendous. Who they start with Joe, but they never follow through with shit until recently. But it's on a guy 3 times smaller than him. So what does it really mean?
He just returned. He's one guy that just returned, who replaced Braun Strowman.
Oh, Sami Zayn.
Yes. He's really standing out to me. I like the promos. I like what he says. I'm enjoying watching and listening to what he has to say.
I am, but goddamn, tell me that it doesn't feel... This doesn't feel like when Punk said the shit. It didn't feel like when any other time the word organic is used. It feels scripted like a work shoot with Sami Zayn. He's knocking out of the park. He's doing a good job, but it doesn't feel like those are really his words, and it feels more part of the show because they're making T-shirts with the sayings now. I don't know. Is it me?
It sounds like Vince.
It does. It's like, I'll show these assholes, these fucking smart marks. Have some smart mark yourself, or something for Vince to always think he has the upper hand, or they're always one step ahead of the curve, or any of that shit. I don't know. I like it, but I don't. And I don't know. I feel like you could give those lines to almost any good promo in that company, and they could do just as good of a job. Because the lines are just tailor-made to garner attention and shit. They're good lines.
Yeah, you're right on that one.
I love how we haven't done a show. This is supposed to be about work stories, but we just can't fucking help it. Talk about wrestling.
We can't.
Because shenanigans.
Bait and switch, motherfucker.
So yeah, do you guys remember that T-shirt company getting a TV deal?
That's true.
Reebok has a show?
Yeah. Or is it Reebok? I don't remember. It starts with an A and ends with a W for some reason. I don't know why.
The one thing that pisses me off about that company is what I heard about the press conference.
Which one?
the $40 press conference to watch.
Yeah, they are raking their fans over the coals a little bit. I think 60 is a little, maybe 40. I think would have been fair for Double or Nothing.
Let me see, because I got the Fight app and I can see the actual amount for the Fight Network.
I mean, come at me. I got WatchWrestling.com, so what the fuck am I paying?
Let's see.
I don't want to get your channel shut down by that. That was me, Hibiki TMD, saying that, not Logan Myers YouTube. Fuck you, don't take his show or channel down for that comment. People can watch what they want in my world. Brother.
true also.
You know what sucks though, guys? More than the worst Raw of all time, more than WWF 1995, more than WCW 1989. You know what fucking sucks, gentlemen? Work. Work fucking sucks. Unless it's your goddamn dream job and you're in the 2 fucking % of people in this world that actually get to do that, work sucks, guys.
True. Work does suck. Especially when you get those customers that just really piss you off.
Yeah, it's like the diarrhea icing, to coin James Rolfe, on a shit Sunday. Just that, it's bad enough you've been slaving over this heat-inducing kitchen, prepping goddamn everything known to man for people that eat 3 times more than they probably should. You got some asshole saying that something took too long when you got 20 people in front of him. It's always that motherfucker that's got 10 people in front of him that complains on a wait time too, by the way. Don't you love it?
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that. Sometimes I miss it, sometimes I don't. Okay, there's part of me that misses it, but not for those customers. The ones that come in and make your day a lot better and a lot easier, and they just, even the customers go, above and beyond, the normal customer. That's the times I miss. The times I don't miss is the customers that literally throw hot coffee on you in the morning and says, the coffee's cold, right after you just made that coffee.
Oh yeah, those people are dicks.
Eddie Guerrero visited the place you worked at?
No. It was this
Where the fuck
Wait, no, Bischoff threw it on him. God damn it, I fucked up my own joke.
The legit, this old man one time came in, he ordered a hot coffee. It was, I would say 8 a.m., so I was just making fresh coffee. Gave it to him. He goes, this coffee is cold. Throws it at me when he takes the lid off.
Assault.
Exactly. So then, what I do, I'm like, seriously, this dude's literally pissed me off. This is a legit story. He goes in back and sits down and say, I'll make you another one. This is after I'm literally soaking my hands and my shoulder with, cold water. I go and get him the same exact coffee that I just made that's fucking hot as shit, and I legit put 3 ice cubes in that motherfucker and take it to him, and he says, oh, it's perfect.
What a dork, eh?
Assault. I wouldn't have fucking brought him a turd if he said that he needed it. I wouldn't have done anything for him after he did that to me. I would have probably lost my job that day and probably found myself with an assault charge. I when I worked with shout out to Mike the Slime Pig, JML, all that shit, Hibiki Pro, my brother. Well, I used to work with him at Wendy's like at least 11 years ago, and there was a customer who complained about like a junior bacon or some shit and threw it at my brother, and he hopped the motherfucking counter in like 2 seconds, and the other manager had to come out and like, he didn't get fired or anything because the customer started it, and like they didn't let it get to corporate, like they kind of kept it on the hush hush because we had cool managers, but fuck that, man. Like you should have at least pressed charges or something on him,
I think he was like in his 80s and just had dementia, so I kind of just like let it slide.
Never mind.
I let it slide, but there was part of me that just at least wanted to yell at him and cuss him out. Cause
I don't want to be like that lady on the bus in Las Vegas. Jesus Christ.
Because you guys know me, and everybody in the that listens to this episode, they know me. I'm not the one. I mean, yeah, I probably wish I had a cinder block that day. But there's some cool ass stories we can say, and there's some stories that we wish never happened in real life, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the time I worked at McDonald's, and literally every single day there was a homeless guy that came in and shit on the floor and not even in the toilet. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I literally quit after that because I said, I'm not cleaning this shit up again.
One time I was like taking a piss at work. I think it's when I worked at Burger King. I was like 19 or 20. And I didn't clean it up because fuck that, but I and I didn't like report it because I kind of thought it was funny, but I was disgusted. So I went to take a piss, and somebody, like, there were people at the urinal, so you have to go to the stall and all that shit. Somebody wrote the word shit with shit on the wall, and I was just like, huh. But then while I was kind of chuckling, at the same time I was gagging. It's one of those deals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like when I fucking banged Colin's mom the other night.
Mm. Mm-mm. Hammers?
Yes. What do you want me to say? I mean, after that, I don't know what else to say.
That's why I threw it to you.
I mean, I really don't know.
I didn't mean to confuse you here. I meant to say Twilight Sparkle, Colin's new name since the hair dye. Sorry, that's who I'm talking about.
He said he was chuckling and then gagging at this.
No, it was like, God damn it, I wish I had a cell phone back then, because that fucking image of the word shit written in shit, like, it's still ingrained.
But you just said while banging Colin's mom after the phrase gagging.
I didn't say
and
shit. That was
chuckling.
Sabiki TMD. That fucking guy is a dick. I don't...
Oh my god.
You got 9 months and you come up with Colin. Like, come on.
I
Shout
mean,
out
yeah,
to
look
Colin.
at him.
We all love Colin. We do it because we love Colin. Come on.
Jesus.
He knows that.
Savagery right now.
You know what? He had a traumatic thing happen to him, and I was one of the first people to reach out to him last month. So Colin knows I love him. Boom.
I don't know what happened, but I can see why he has pink hair now. you bully.
I know.
Alright, he deserved it. He said no to commentary, bastard. His tattoos were more important than me to him.
Hammers, have you ever been asked to clean up something in a restroom that was not in your job description at a restaurant, and you either refused to do it, you either thought about quitting, or anything that gross kind of deal?
It wasn't a bathroom. It was a fryer for a place. So, situation goes like a normal one. Okay, I'm going to need you to help clean out the fryer here. Then I get word that we're going to be using chemicals. Now, first thing I ask is like, okay, what chemicals are they? Because my dad knows chemicals, and he's taught me to know what chemicals are and what not and not what you can and can't touch, pretty much.
Exactly.
And when they told me
Hammers.
Still there? Damn it. I think we lost him and the story got left hanging.
Oh, we'll get it finished. I've had that situation happen where they asked me to clean up the damn fryer, literally, Travis. And I'm like, well, I've never been taught how to do this, you know, because this was like my first job. That was McDonald's. So I'm like, well, show me how to do it. They didn't do it. That was the day that my friend Anthony, who was my trainer, who was my neighbor, was actually training me, you know, at McDonald's. He was the trainer, which was cool. Shout out to him. He does some streams on Twitch and all that, so you guys need to check him out. It was a day he was sick, and they wanted me to clean out the damn fryers. I'm like, well, teach me how to do it. No, they wanted me to do it on my own. How do you learn something like that? How do you go about doing something like that you've never been taught how to do or anything like that?
One time, at this one job I was a cook at, there was like dry rot or something in a tile in the bathroom. So the owner was like, hey, do you mind, go measuring this new tile out and cutting it and give you some plumbers, or not plumbers, but like, whatever kind of hardening putty for it. I'm like, sure. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I winged it, and I'll be damned if I didn't do a goddamn kick-ass job. And he's like complimenting me. But the thing is, I kind of wish I didn't, because as like you curse yourself. You curse yourself. Excuse me, a job sometime when you go above and beyond, or you do a great job, because then they start asking you to do more shit, and then they keep asking you. Well, and if God forbid you say no after that, or so, or I have this, I have other stuff I have to do, which are actually in my job description. Then it's, well, fuck you. What have you done for me lately? Type deal. Those are the worst bosses to have. I feel like any person at any job, not just food, any job in life possible to work, if you have a boss and you have any inkling that you're starting to get treated like that, what have you done for me lately? It's not a good boss, and you should probably look elsewhere where you're appreciated.
Exactly. You are right about that.
Yeah.
All right.
He's back.
He's back.
He did
Now
it.
you can finish his story.
Okay, so where was I at? I was at chemicals.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I asked them about what chemicals are we using, and when they told me the chemicals that we were using, I knew immediately that the chemicals we are using, we need like hand protection, like every sort of protection we need, like face, everything, because the chemicals that we would be using are very damaging to your health and your skin.
Right.
And so I asked, okay, is there going to be anybody else helping me out with this? And they said no. And I'm like, no fucking way am I doing this by myself. Because this is a two-man operation already. I know, because if anything explodes into me at all, then I'm going to need somebody to call 911 immediately. Like, they have to have that phone in hand, like, ready to go. Because if this thing does anything at all, like starts a big, huge fucking fire or an explosion, somebody's going to need to call 911 immediately to, like, save lives. And they're like, well, we've done it one person by ourselves before. I'm like, are you guys fucking idiots? Like, are you dumb? Because this chemical can do, like, some crazy shit if we don't do it properly. And then they're like, okay, I guess we'll have to play along with you.
Wow.
And I just look at them like, you motherfuckers don't know what you're dealing. You're playing with God now. You don't touch this shit like it's some sort of like spray on the table, wipe down shit. No, this is like it will eat your face off. Chemicals we're talking about, and that's not good. It's sorry if it's a little crazy, but
No, that's fuck that. I mean, like, I'd be like, you do this, then you come over here and do this. If you're so sure of your practice and standards on this, you come over here and fucking do it.
Yeah, like that's one of the reasons why I left that place, was because they had no idea what their fuck they were talking about, especially when it's dangerous chemicals like they have. I'm surprised the place hasn't even blown up yet.
Had a fucking boss once, man. Not like chemical wise, but just as dangerous. There was an issue with the valves behind the fryers, right?
Uh-huh.
And he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he was Bobby Heenan quote. Here we go. We're talking about Bobby off here. Short arms, deep pockets, right? He was cheap.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to fucking call out for help. He didn't want to call us any extra labor, this cheapskate ass. So he had this shit fucking cranked. He told us not to worry about it. He had us wanted us clean out the fryer, and like we could smell the gas. Like his brother at the time was like a co-owner, kinda in a way, but he was like, yeah, they're not doing that. He was kind of the same thing. Like, why don't you get down there and do it? But they were brothers, so they could talk to each other. But yeah, fuck that kind of shit. That's another advice I'd give to anyone at any kind of job. If you feel like not safe, you don't got to do it. It is not worth it. Unless you're a cop or rescue team. That's your job. You're not supposed to feel safe. If you don't feel safe and you're a cop, you're probably just doing paperwork all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Hossy Bomb in the chat.
Hey, there he is. We were talking about you.
What's
Talking
up,
about bringing
boys?
you into fantasy wrestling leagues and shit like that.
Yes, we was.
Welcome. And I'm glad, by the way, that I was in your chat and your stream, and I helped you out in that Super Mario Brothers 3 trick on that castle. It's always the 6th door. It's always the number 6 in Mario 3. Trust me.
That is awesome. That is what friends are for.
Goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
What's the worst experience
Excuse me.
you've ever had besides the coffee, Logan? Besides the coffee, what do you think's the worst experience you've ever had with a customer? Has it ever almost come to blows?
It's a good question. Might have to skip me and go to Hammers on this one unless he has to think too.
I could think of a few times. These were both at the other job, but one time there was an older gentleman who came up and said that his fries were cold, and we said, okay, we'll get you some more warm fries, and we give him like brand new fresh salted fries. Like we knew this guy's order immediately. Got him his fresh hot fries, and the bastard comes back 5 minutes later and says, these fries are too hot. Like, motherfucker, what do you want? Like, this is you want to just right, or do you want it right enough? Because we gotta figure this shit out like now.
So what happened? What was the outcome?
Oh, we just fried up another batch, and then we just let it sit out for like 30-40 seconds, and it was all good. Like we didn't put it in with like the regular fry stuff. We just kind of let it sit like closer to like the refrigeration so it could get colder quicker.
Yeah.
And then we just gave it to him. And then there was another woman with a few gentlemen, and this woman just started yelling at us because we got our order wrong by accident. It wasn't intentional at all or anything, but she starts screaming at us like, you motherfuckers didn't do it right, I can't believe you sons of bitches, blah blah blah, and stuff like this. And she started swiping at one of the managers. Like, we're like taking, like, we're like, ma'am, don't do it. And she's about ready to start fighting people now. Like, and one of the guy friends is all like, yeah, I can't believe you motherfuckers. Like, bro, I can suplex your ass quick. Just don't start getting involved with this now. And it's just these two, like, it's the mega powers explode almost. Like, your manager's pissed off and the customer's pissed off, and you just, like, you need to hold them back or something. Like, you need to be starting to turn, like, you know, Bruce the Barber Beefcake and just kind of keep those two split apart.
Strutting and cutting. Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I want to say a funny story. It's a short one. I'm running the drive-through. You know, I take this order and I hear this random ass moan. The first thing I say is, dear God, please don't be doing something, you know. Unless, you know, it could have been just, you know, he was moaning because he was just tired or something like that. And then they get up to the fucking second window where I'm at, and I go to say, you know, open the window up on the total, and this chick is giving a blowjob.
Oh boy. Batten down the hatches, Logan.
Well, how am I supposed to react without just, you know, like, what am I supposed to say? You know, do I just shut the window and just go on without my business? You know, do I want to touch the money? Okay, do I want to touch the money?
You don't want to touch the money. Don't touch the money.
Don't. Put on the gloves that are probably there at your restaurant.
I legit went and got my gloves and just acted like I was making, you know, I was making food and running the bathroom too. Just said, sorry, I just got done making a Whopper. You know,
see, look, you have class. You were polite about it, so you didn't want to offend them. Like, sorry, I don't want your Hep C or something. Like, fucking You were like, you know what? I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm gonna say I made a sandwich.
Oh
So they
no,
don't-
no, that's the funny part. You know, I take the money, I go, well, you're gonna be enjoying a Whopper and some other stuff, huh? Yeah, just you know,
Look at you.
dude,
Look at you, Mac.
dude fucking winks at me. I'm like, okay, motherfucker. And giving his Whopper, I say, you guys have a wonderful day. I know you already are, but have a wonderful day. Drive safely now. Don't let them hit you, you know, while you're driving. You might choke on something.
I have a lot of good drive-through stories. Only none of them involve me. I've witnessed them happen because I was like, I don't know, meters or a little bit away from it.
Oh yeah.
Two come to mind, and I'll talk about real quick. One, it was like during a lunch shift at Wendy's way back in the day, and it was this. She was very nice, and she was this older black lady, or her name was Marlene or whatever. And I'm just like doing my job or whatever, and I bring up her color for a reason. Trust me, I'm doing my job, and all of a sudden I hear this yelling. I turn around. And I shit you not, it's this white dude in a pickup truck with his girlfriend or whatever, yelling racial slurs and bomb this and bomb that. And she's just standing there like with her hand on her hip, like just kind of like with that evil smirk, just kind of like, keep saying it's that kind of thing. Like you can tell she's 2 seconds away from grabbing a knife, but she's kind of just soaking it in. And I just watched her take all of this, and he drove off. And I don't know what the fuck it was about to this day, because I didn't ask, because she was really upset afterwards. I didn't even want to.
Yeah.
But that was crazy to witness. And then another one happened. Throwing him under the bus again. This happened to you, Michael, and you fucking know it. I was right there with you, and I talked you out of chasing him down. We worked overnight together in a drive-thru. My brother was taking their money. I was making the food. All of a sudden, I look over, and I'm thinking nothing of it. We're literally about to clean the grill and close up here as soon as this car's on. I hear a fucking air horn go off, like in a hockey game or something, right in my brother's face. And it was like this teenager and like his girlfriend and some other teenager. I don't know, a bunch of teens. And my brother was so goddamn fucking mad. He literally tore his employee's shirt off. He had like a wife beat on her, hopped the counter, and mind you, this is at a Walmart shopping center, Logan. You know what I'm talking about, the one in Hickson. So everything was closed around it except for Wendy's. So it's like this ghost town, and my brother's starting to run literally out the door to chase, and they're gone. There's no fucking way. I don't care if he's goddamn Quicksilver. He's not going to catch him anytime. They're long gone. I'm just like, dude, what are you? They're kids. Fucking let it go. Yeah, I was just like, come on, laugh it off, blah blah blah. It is fun, and eventually I talked him down, but goddamn, like it sucks. It's one of those deals. Like it sucks. I only heard it, and I wish I was watching it happen to him. You know, that's because you put mustard on your fries, you sick fuck. Shout out to Michael.
Have you ever, guys, like Hammers? Did you ever run the drive-through or anything like that?
No, I never got to do the drive-through. I've only had to deal with in-store customers.
Well, see, Travis, I know you've ran drive-through, right? At least once, twice, maybe.
Unfortunately.
Have you ever had a car come up to you and it's literally you can see inside the fucking car and everything's just dirty as fuck? There's shit everywhere. This
All
one
the time.
car legit came up, drive up, you know, out the window. I look in the fucking car, this woman, she has mail all over her, the right at the windshield and all that, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ, can you clean up a bit? And then you see this random ass slice of pizza that looks like it has mold from like 2 years ago.
Ew.
Oh.
And then
You know what I would have said? I would have said, what are you stopping here for? You got pizza right there.
I wish I could have said that. Now that you say that now. And it's this older lady, but, she's not like old, like 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe late 50s. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what the hell is... Clean up after yourself. I mean, that's another one where I really don't feel comfortable taking the money from them because you don't know where they've been. You don't know where,
I don't feel comfortable taking money from anyone usually. It doesn't matter if they look nice or not. Money is dirty.
Well, this is what I'm going to get to on the worst thing that's ever happened to me working at fast food. And in the back seat, you see a fucking blow-up doll with the mouth open and shit. And I'm like,
Come on, don't fucking work us,
I'm
Myers.
fucking
Is that a
not
shoot?
kidding. No, I'm not fucking kidding you. And I'm like,
Jesus.
please tell me that blow-up doll is not for her. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, like, literally the blow up doll's sitting there like a fucking human being. At first, I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? Was that a dead body? Like, and she just drives away, and then come to find out, the one manager that worked there, that was her landlord. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wait, back it up. Wait, the blow up doll
Was in the back seat with a
No,
seatbelt.
the blow up doll was her landlord. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
the woman that was driving the car was the landlord of my manager, and that woman had a blow up doll with the seatbelt on in the back seat. And apparently, my manager told me that it was actually her nephews or something like that, cousins, something like that.
Maybe she was on her way to a driving safety class. Who knows? It could have been anything. It could have been a safety buddy. Could have been
Jesus
that
Christ.
thing that scared women put in their car. What were those things called back in the day?
I mean, I've
Safety
seen
man.
some shit, but there was this one dude that had like a puppet for ventriloquism, like legit. He had kind of like a Jeff Dunham shit, and I kind of laughed about that, and I'm like, dude, I wish you would come in and just do some fucking comedy with the fucking puppet. Like, that's what I wish. But probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me, guys, to be quite honest with you, is getting the hands, feet, mouth from a customer from a dollar bill.
No.
What was that? What was I just saying? What was I just saying about that?
Like,
It's gross, man.
and,
People don't understand. Like cashiers and shit, they should always have a sanitizer thing right there. Always.
Oh yeah.
the crazy part is like, when I first got diagnosed with the hands, feet, mouth at the walk-in, because I started getting these bumps on my hands, feet, and I could barely fucking walk because it hurt so bad. Like, that was the most awful thing ever. And that's part of the reason why Burger King wouldn't rehire me back, is because I took a week off for that. But I physically could not walk. My feet were literally wrapped around with, stuff around my feet, so I couldn't, it wouldn't hurt.
I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at how you said that. If you said it like an angry preacher.
Yeah, well, it pisses me off because they also told me they wouldn't rehire me because my grandfather passed away, and I took my 3 days to, go to his funeral and all that.
That's fucked up. You should at least get a week.
Yeah, well, I took a week off because I was like, you can't predict when you're going to be able to do a funeral. It just depends on how busy that funeral home is.
Did you take that to HR or anything? Like,
No,
look,
I just said
we're
fuck it.
unemployed.
And now I just found out that the reason why they wouldn't hire Brandon at that Burger King was because of me. And I'm like, that makes no sense. So the other Burger King hired Brandon. He's been doing really good. But like when I first got diagnosed with the hands, feet, mouth, the first thing I was like, man, is it my hygiene? Is it me? And then everybody was like, Logan, it was definitely not you. I mean, they said at the walk-in, like, you can wash your hands 2 or 3 times after each customer, and you could still get it. It was just something that was, going around because of how, filthy, dirty customers are.
Ugh.
And that's the truth. Basically, somebody gave me a dollar bill that had, like, they didn't wash their hands and they had shit on their hands, and somehow I got it in my mouth, somehow. Like, I mean, it's just one of those situations that, like, they told me it was out of my hands, like, it was going to probably happen either way, no matter what. But after that happened, I literally washed my hands, sanitized my hands after every fucking customer. I didn't care how busy I was. I was like, I'm not getting this shit again. Literally. Yeah.
Jesus, man.
And have you ever had that one manager that always called you in to come in when they had nobody? When I got first diagnosed with the hands, feet, mouth, and I had those bumps on the bottoms of my feet, and I could barely walk, stand, that one old ass manager that she was a bitch to everybody, customers, employees, everybody. She called me in, and I came in, and worked for, I think it was like 10 hours that day. and I had blisters on my feet that, I tried not to get infected.
I've worked so many fucking because it's another thing too. I think people in food don't understand, guys, is weekends are our weekdays. That's our go time. You know what I mean? We miss a lot of just life, and I can't tell you how many like my own daughter's fucking birthday parties sometimes because we were so shorthanded. I just couldn't take a day off, like, and just to get no appreciation from your superior. You know, that kind of shit. It's just, man, you miss out on, like, oh, my weekends are Monday and Tuesday. Whoopee. Fucking everybody's miserable in those days because everyone else is going back to work. Whoopity fucking do. But if you want to go places, it's kind of sweet because they're not busy. So there's that.
That's true. And Travis, I've told you this before. I told you this story where, the general manager before he was leaving really wanted me to become a manager because I was getting so used to doing it. I was literally, going behind some of the managers that really wanted me to become manager too and learn what to do and how to do it. And the district manager told me that I was too fat to be a manager. And, like, they didn't think I could do it. And that district manager was a bitch. I hated her.
That wasn't in your problem. I'm gonna guarantee you that wasn't in the bullshit video they probably had you watch when they first hired you. That wasn't in their any quote contracts, applications, any of that shit. You could have fought that till fucking the cows came home. They should have at least given you a probationary period to see if you could do it. That's where they fucked up. If they would have offered that, I think that would have been fair. You know what I mean? Like okay, we'll give you 90 days to see if you're. They're not being rude just to be like, to see, because it's a lot of on your feet to see if your body can take it. I think that would have been the route to go, honestly, because you want to be a fucking decent person.
Yeah, but the cool thing is the general manager that we had at that Burger King, his name was Les. He was the coolest motherfucker ever, literally. He straight up, like, he told me... I
don't know. I know Hammers. Hammers is here.
That's true. Hammers is true. Yep. But he really wanted me to become a manager because he knew that I had the customer service down. I mean, some of the customers came in just to see me. They would literally on my birthday I was getting cards from customers, like, and he told me, like, he would call me in when he worked, like, the late shift to close. He would call me in after I worked 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and he would say, can you come in at 5 and work till 11? And I did it. So there was no reason why I couldn't become manager and be on my feet for 10 plus hours. Even with the bad hips. He knew I had the bad hips, but he knew that I would toughen it out. I mean, now, probably not. Couldn't do it. But shout out to James. He's in the chat too.
James Hebert? Yes. I don't have the title. Shout out to James Hebert.
What's up, James? How are you doing? But no, Hammers, question for you. What was, the funniest thing that happened to you at a job? I need to know.
Just in a job at general or fast food place?
Any job.
So this happened as of recently. I was working at a scene for a television station, and I get there at about 8:30ish at night because it's a night shot, and I'm gonna need to get a good view of the city. And so I set up, everything's ready to go at about 9:05ish. I call in, make sure the signal looks good, everything looks hip and awesome, and everything's just going good. Then at around 9:15ish, a few cars pull up, and they're a bunch of high schoolers.
Oh, this is getting good already.
Jesus.
And then after that, there comes another 5 cars. Now the whole entire parking lot, both parking lots that I've set up one car just to do a live shot, and then the other one is set up like cameras ready to go and film and everything, and then just cars everywhere from high schoolers just show up, and this parking lot is full. There is only like 2 spots that are empty, and they are right beside me because they do not want to get close to my car at all. And if they do hit my car and get us into like, like they hit my car and like do something really stupid, then excuse me. Then there's a possibility of an EMP going off in that area. Like, no joke. Like the the stuff that I'm working with is like can set off and like shut electricity down in like a 6 or 10 block radius of the place.
What the fuck?
I know.
What's going on? We went from just assholes asking for food to I could shut down half of New York City.
I promise you, it's not New York City, but it's high equipment that we use over at this TV station, and so I get up. The person that's doing the live shot shows up and is like getting ready and prepared, and then next thing I know, I start getting these kids just hollering and yelling at the reporter, and I'm like, guys, come on, shut it down. Like, no, let's stop this. And they were quiet for another 15 minutes, and then right as we're about ready to go live, someone does the stupid thing of yelling, "Fuck her on the pussy!" Like, oh, how original. I just look at them and I give them like, you knob ends and start wanking off myself onto them kind of gimmick. And they're all like, oh, like they're all in shock. And so after the live shot goes off, I purposefully set up everything, so put everything back. Then a few people from like a different part of the parking lot come up. It's like, hey, what are you doing? What's the story going on? And he's like, well, I told him like we're doing a story about like garbage pickup and stuff like that. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's like, yeah, I know. It's really cool also that I got this camera up on top of the mast here, and I'm sending the police some surveillance video right now as well, so they're able to watch everything that happens around here as well. So I would hurry up and leave before they come and get me. And they're all like, nah, you're joking with us. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, stream is going live right now. I could show it to you. It's like, shit, you're not joking, are you? Like, no, I'm not joking. And he's like, oh shit, I gotta get going. Mom's gonna find out. And he boots it. Nobody else knows what's happening. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about him. He's just a little crazy. And the best part about it is that like the camera up there at all is not doing a single thing. It's pointing at the river that's close by.
Jesus Christ.
I was hoping for the damn ending to be some teenage chicks were throwing butt-ass naked while you're fucking videoing.
Dude,
Who just said Jesus Christ? Did you say Jesus Christ, Hammers?
No,
Yeah.
James is here.
dude, how the fuck do I
What the
follow
fuck?
this again?
Welcome.
Oh,
I didn't
the
even know
story's
he
not
was-
over yet.
Oh,
Oh
the
God!
story's not over.
Please go ahead, continue.
It's
So-
I
getting
thought that was
good.
being fucking
So-
surveillance or something.
I pretty much told a joke on them, and they thought I was being serious about the surveillance. But
Oh my God.
that was funny. So then, as I'm leaving, there's a guy in a green tank top with his little hat backwards, looking like, trucker douchebag over here. And he throws some liquid. I don't know what it was, but he throws some liquid at my car, or at the truck that I'm driving. Now, it's perfectly fine to throw, like, if it's getting rained on and liquids on because it's, not in operation. But when I go back to the station, I look at the car, and it smells like piss.
Oh my god.
So the dude threw piss on my car. So now I gotta be an asshole and start flipping them the fuck off.
What are you, a prison guard? The fuck?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I go driving back down there, not in the truck, because I don't want them to know it's me. I want them to think it's a different me. So I drive my truck down there and I flip them off, and then I do this like 5 times, and then the trucker douchebag, is the one that I anger off first, and so he goes up to like the door, and I'm like slowing down so he can walk up to me, and we can meet, and then I just hit the gas immediately and drive off. And he's all like, "Pussy," is like, "Oh no, now you can't do that. I gotta make you look like an idiot." So I turn around in another parking lot, come back, and I do the slow down thing again, and he looks like he's about ready to stop me. So I just hit it in reverse really quick and go into a different parking lot. And he sees me in that parking lot. I'm stopped. I'm waiting for him to come by and try to like hit my window or something like that. But as I see him just steadily walking up, hit it into first gear and just railed it. Like immediately hit the gas and moved. This guy starts running. And as I'm seeing him run, we're talking like he's a big dude. Like he is not like muscle, but he's like big, thick boy. And so he's running.
Horse.
He don't got that big, nice waist. He's not in the waist club, is he?
Not at all.
No,
But
well, I mean, he is a part of a waist club. He's apparently a part of the 4XL waist club.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But he falls over.
Doesn't waste any food club.
Yes.
Haha.
That's me, boy. Even though
That's me too. That's me too. I eat all them donuts.
Jesus Christ, James.
But yeah, he then falls over, and he's so mad now that he kicks a pole. Now this pole is not like movable pole. This is like
dumbass.
this is a stern pole. So he goes and kicks this pole, not thinking that it is a removable pole. He thinks this is a removable pole. So he's like, ah, and this is cement. So he gets like this retaliation kick in, and he's like, oh, like he hurt his foot now too. He then does the drunken thing of throwing over a garbage can as well. And I thought that was hilarious.
Are you still chasing him in a car at this point? What the?
No. I'm just sitting there parked. Like, this is hilarious.
Because I was like, why would you kick a pole if you're being chased by a fucking car? What's the logic in that? I don't.
Well, he's chasing me. I'm not chasing him.
He fell when he was chasing him, and he got so pissed off he went and kicked the damn pole, about break his foot.
Either way, Guns N'
Obviously,
Roses
the
is
answer
the
to that
fucking
question
soundtrack
is
to
how the
this.
fuck do you chase a guy that's already beat himself?
Yeah,
Basically.
really.
I then look, and then he's calling his friends over. It's like, oh, now it's going to be 5-on-1. Now I got to make you all look like pussies. So he brings his friend in a white car. Like, oh, that's going to really stop me. And so his white car friend is trying to block like the parking lot. I'm like, dude, there's like 3 different exits I could take. It's like, oh well, we gotta play this game. So now, Fall Over Bra is now grabbing another trash can.
Fall over, bruh.
What bar was he?
He was a bottle of Black Mountain Dew.
Oh.
There you have it. Straight from the source.
Oh, so he's the pitch black motherfucker.
No, he was white.
Jesus, Logan.
I was
Jesus,
talking
Logan.
about the Mountain Dew. You said the black Mountain Dew, so I said pitch black.
Put away your Confederate flag and move on, Hammer.
Whoa.
Hey, now that's only
Well
my
then.
cousin. So he has now an empty trash can and is about ready to throw it at me. Which, I mean...
Holy shit, this turned into the hardcore division really fucking quick.
ECW.
I
24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
So I just look at him like, oh, this is gonna be great. And so as they're coming at me with a white car and the trash can, I just hit reverse quick, drive out, pull around while the white car is still going forward. And I exit out and I wave to all the people who were just like calling like fucker in the pussy and stuff like that, and I just waved to them like, hey everybody, how you doing? And I got back home and I called the police.
Oh, the ending of that story is I called the police.
Dude, I don't think you could really have a better ending than the actual story itself. It's like Game of Thrones.
You're all casual like an emperor too, like, and I just called the police.
I just called the police.
Yeah.
Step forward on my turf. I just called the police.
Baby, call 911.
Called the 50.
So yeah, I also went back to the station and asked, hey, did anybody call about like an accident near the river or anything like that? It's like, yeah, they just broke up a big huge party and that was it. It's like, oh, nobody got arrested, damn it.
Damn it.
It was the Chris Foley. He was living in a van down by the river. He was living in a van down by the river.
All right, James. So you know about the 9-to-5 life. Tell us about some BJs, not the blowjobs, but the BJs in MA.
Bro, I don't even know how the fuck I can even follow what the hell Hammers just told. I came in at the wrong time.
Oh, you didn't come to the part where I said that I worked at Burger King at the drive-thru and I saw some chick giving a guy a blowjob, and a granny had a blow-up doll in her back seat. But
what the fuck is going on there?
Mine's zany, but it can't top, like, the payoff in mine isn't very good. It's kind of like a WWE angle. Like, it starts off kind of right, and then
well, the difference is, Trav, it's still entertaining because Vince's claws aren't all over it. Anyway. Yeah, so, really, I mean, my only experience basically was just, your typical 9-to-5 shit. Like, you're pretty much doing everything at once. So, like, one time, they had one guy, so I worked in the deli, and essentially they left me on all by myself. So keep in mind, it's a Saturday, and BJ's is like, don't let the name fool you. Because, yeah, I know, the whole joke. But no, these are, like, full of rich folks. So, like, if you don't give them what they want, they're the type of people that are like, I want to see a manager.
Yeah.
Excuse me, where's the manager? So I'm like, oh, great. So now I gotta fucking do my best. So now I'm doing my best impersonation of the fucking Flash. And it's the fastest I've ever moved in my fucking life. Now, you all know me. I'm not fast in real life. I hate my WIW character. I can't just jump off the ropes and go like halfway across the ring or all the way across the ring and glitch out like 420, blaze it like Van Damme, right?
Wait, are you fall over, bro?
I might be. No. So I'm like doing all this. I'm cutting cheese. I'm cutting meat, and I'm doing it at like super speed. And that's surprisingly, I'm doing a really good job, right? I get one order wrong. Get one order wrong. This dude's coming back. He's causing a fucking fit. And I'm like, and I guess it was because I got him yellow American instead of white American. Now keep in mind, yellow American and white American, it's the same fucking cheese. It's the same flavor.
Why do so many people see in color? Why can't the world just hold hands and just have the same?
Because there's a bunch of racists.
And that's the thing, like
bunch of Dick Murdochs.
That's the thing, like for what Hammers and I said about like the coffee, how like I made it completely fresh, just made it fresh, and then the guy throws it in my face, and then I gave him a coffee that from the same pot and put ice cubes in it, and then he says it's perfect. Like, cheese is cheese to me. If it's yellow, white,
But then you said that he was like 80 Hammers and he had dementia, so.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
he was an older gentleman. He wasn't like 80. I thought he may have been like, I don't know, like 60 or something, 65.
Yeah, so
Some
of the customers just ruin your day so much at any job you're at. And like I said, there is some good customers that just make your day. Especially, Travis remembers this story. When I was working at Burger King, this chick came in right when we opened at 7 a.m. And you could tell she was high as fuck. She was on weed because you can smell it. And she literally...
For the record, I do not remember the story, so don't...
Well, she was sitting in the booth, you know, and she kept talking to me because I was working up front. I was the only one working drive-through and front counter from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You know, the breakfast hours. You know, she was in there at 7 a.m. She just, you know, she kept asking for free food. I'm like, sorry, I can't do that. As much as you're... And then she wanted me to come sit with her and talk to her. She kept calling me... Sexy Bear, I think it was. Yeah, Sexy Bear.
Oh man.
Wow.
You know, and she was pretty cute.
Was she good?
So I'm going to
She
call
was
you
great.
Sexy Bear probably for the rest of your life now, just so you know. Heads up.
Thank you.
Well, I
But
mean,
she was cute. I mean, and she asked me how old I was. At that time, I was 19, 17, something like that. 17. And she was like 19, and, you know, she was saying, oh, you're cute. And then she kept asking me, can I get some cookies? And I'm like, you were really high as fuck. You got the munchies.
Did you give her the goods?
I did. I bought her a pack of cookies and gave it to her. Like I'm not gonna be a complete ass, you know. I mean, she called me Sexy Bear. You think I'm gonna be mean to her?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you be mean to somebody that calls you Sexy Bear? I mean, shit. I don't get that enough in my own life. I commend you, Logan. Commend you.
I mean, but you knew she was up smoking weed all night long. Yeah, and those are the customers that just, they make your day right in the beginning, and then the shit hits the fan, you know, a couple hours later.
Of course it does.
But I think the worst thing that ever happened to me is the one chick I was training at the register.
Uh-oh. Well, what kind of chick was this?
She could not count the fucking drawer of $100 to save her life.
Oh, no, it's the illiterate chick. Oh, no.
And so...
Oh, God.
She's running on my drawer, you know, because I'm training her, you know. She
What a
can't
bitch.
well, that's not even the bad part. Okay, so we're
in for it now.
The 5th day she was working, her drawer came back $20 short.
Oh, fuck.
That's not a good look.
And we didn't think anything of it, you know, in the beginning. And then 2 days later, this guy comes in and they're talking. And I'm like, oh, this is some weird shit. I guess she knows him, you know. She rings him up. The same day, again, $20 short on my drawer. Come to find out, she was, you know, sliding $20 to a person she knew. And when she got off work, he gave it to her. It was caught on camera.
Ah.
And
So she's not only an illiterate, she is a thief.
Yeah.
Go directly to jail.
And what pissed me off is I trusted her with my drawer. You know, because I would have to pay that back if it wasn't for the manager saying you don't have anything to do with it because she was on it. And then they pulled me aside to ask me, did you know what she was doing? She tried to tell the manager I was in on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've known you for 5 days. Why the hell would I be involved in something like that? And the one day the district manager was actually nice to me, and she actually was like, yeah, I didn't think you were involved in that.
I'm going to put you photoshopped on Chris Jericho's conspiracy victim photo now.
Boom. Dude, like the behind the curtain theme plays done. done, or like some weird conspiracy theory theme from like back in the 90s.
Unsolved mystery.
Oh man.
Now you want to talk about literate motherfuckers? When I worked
Illiterate. I said
illiterate.
E.
My bad.
E.
Illiterate.
It's okay.
There was one day I was working at Taco Bell. Okay.
Oh go.
I got my drawer counted. I was literally on point, exact number, because I know how to count. The manager tells me, we need you to stay until the next chick counts her drawer before she starts for the day. You know, when I start for the day before, you know, we open the doors at 7 a.m., I count my drawer. I have my calculator out because I want to be on point. I don't want to mess up, you know. Get it done in like 3 minutes. Drawer ready to go. This chick literally took a half an hour to count a $100 drawer.
Jesus.
Not kidding me. Not kidding you. I stood there and she counted it 4 times and got it all wrong.
Well, she's a Taco Bell. I mean,
I'm like, you know, I get it. You know, some people are just a little bit slower, but
God damn, that's
they're not allowed when the corporate fucking bullshit gets into it with chains like that. They're not allowed to discriminate, and it makes for very frustrating working conditions. Like it's kind of like that. I worked with a special needs girl back in the day in my fast food slinging days. She got caught with chicken nuggets in her pockets, and she ended up getting suspended for it. And her boy, and God fucking damn it, this is 3 times now. I wish Michael was here because he can fucking verify all this shit. I'm not making it up. Her special needs boyfriend worked there with us, and he had terrible hygiene, and he literally smelled like shit. Is what I said, like pure fucking human shit. You could tell he didn't wipe his ass. He just barely changed his clothes. He just was unkempt, right? And it was to the point where the fucking manager would complain about it, yada yada. Anytime he'd have anything spicy, he'd just shit all over the goddamn place, basically, and it would stink, and it would like customers would complain, and he'd have to get sent home all the time. But yeah, like she essentially got fired for chicken nuggets in her pocket.
I thought you were gonna end the story with he had the sauces in his pocket so she can dip them.
Yeah.
He talked like he was weird. He talked like that, and he was always like, "Hey, can I buy a cigarette from you?" Like he was just kind of, I don't know.
He's that.
I don't want him
special.
smoking a cigarette in front of me and smelling like cigarette and shit at the same time.
That's a horrible combination. Jesus
That would be
Christ.
the worst combination in
No,
Dude,
I'm
I've been around
straight
some
up,
of the
bro.
most uncomfortable shit. Like fuck it. I don't care about doxes or any of that bullshit. My dad is a drug and alcohol counselor, right? So at one point in my life, he had got me a job at where he works in the office there, which is essentially a babysitter for addicts, alcoholics, people out of jail. It's a halfway house, right? I was the overnight office guy. No one else in that office except me. Usually it's like at least 6 to 8 person crew in that office during the day because it's hectic. So I'm babysitting like 48 people essentially a night, like whatever.
By yourself like that. That's.
I mean, but they're sleeping. Like the highlight of my night was literally just like Facebook games. Here, pee in this cup, just like paperwork. It was calm because these guys are trying to go the fuck home. They're not trying to break any rules, so they were calm. Most of them had jobs. So, but one time, this one guy, and I guess it's not funny in retrospect, but the sight of it in a way at the time, I don't know, he ended up being okay, which is why I wouldn't even bring it up if he wasn't. But his head was face down in a bowl of cereal. Like because you're on watch, you make your rounds every hour. You walk through the premises, all that shit. There was a kitchen area. I walked through there, and he wasn't supposed to be up. He was really quiet about it, but he was just face down, and he was like this huge. I don't know, like he was kind of like Mo from Men on a Mission, and then he was just this huge guy, and I didn't know what to do. I tried to move. I couldn't lift him because he was so big. I had to call for help. That was awful. Just shit like that. One time I worked at it's called the Maryland Theater. Logan knows what I'm talking about here. And essentially I was like, kind of like a crew for certain shows. Like I got to do backstage for George Carlin once, which was badass. He was fucking full of shit. One time though, one of the and you're talking like you're helping a stage crew and shit. These are 16, 17 hour days, so you're fucking exhausted. I don't miss working there. But there was a cabaret. Le Cabaret. This you guys are familiar with that, right? It's a lot of drag or whatever. Yeah. So you end up working wardrobe, shit like that, like literally the sandbags are a real thing. It's not just haha and comedies. Shit like that. I was really doing it. It was a cool job looking back, but this one time doing the cabaret, back by the wardrobe. All of a sudden, like, you know, sometimes people bump into you and all this shit because it's hectic backstage. People don't understand it, like theater shit like that. It really is. It's like it's clusterfuck. So you're just trying not to get in their fucking way because you're not a part of their crew, right? So you don't want to be that guy that gets yelled at by your boss. I just, one time, I don't know what the fuck I was doing to this day. This is like 04, right? It was so long ago, but I never forget it. I'm doing so, all of a sudden I just saw someone bumped into me, and I thought, wow, they're pressed against me, right? They're like, because sometimes it's like at a concert, you're pressed against people, you just can't move, right? It ended up being a dick on my shoulder for like, I don't know, at least a good almost 30 seconds. Wow. I didn't even know it at first, and just shit like that. It was just uncomfortable situations and fucking. I mean, restaurant stories, I feel like, especially with what you guys have been talking about, it's pretty much same old. If you work food, you know exactly what the fuck we're all talking about. More times than not, it's fucking miserable. Customers are entitled. They want to be pampered. Like we said at the beginning of this, they don't know what the fuck they want, and that's the problem.
Dude, you're talking about... It's funny that you mentioned a story with a really disgusting guy from Taco Bell and then a gay guy. I have one that involves all three. Now, keep in mind, this isn't like me working with him or Mike or anybody else working with him, but this involves a story with Mike, his friend Paco, and this guy who worked at Taco Bell who happened to be, you know, gay. So
flamboyant.
Yes, exactly.
Charismatic.
So we're going. Him and Paco go up to the front window. Paco's driving. He goes over there. They're like high as shit, so they're craving, you know, the munchies and shit. So they're ordering it up, and you know, the next thing they hear, this is what comes on the intercom. Hello, how can I help you today? And then he's like, can we have 2 burritos? And he's like, 2 burritos? Is that it? And like, you could tell by the accent. It was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that's it. Alright, it will be 10 minutes. And I was like, why is it going to be 10 minutes? They go up. They catch him literally on the corner fucking window. He's just going at it. Like, he's fucking humping something. The same guy that took the order. And then it just hit him. They're the only ones in line. Mike is like, is he fucking our food? And he just goes up to the fucking window, and then the guy gives him the same burrito. He literally was wrapping it up. He literally did not move after fucking the goddamn burrito. He puts it in the bag. He's like, here you go, big boys, or whatever. And then the Paco takes the bag. Mike's friend Paco, he just throws it at him, and he's just like, we don't want your smoked burritos, and drive off. Literally, he probably got away with it 3 other times since then. But yeah, and since then they have not gone back to Taco Bell. Rightfully so.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, bro. That was so bad.
I mean, to be fair, like, come on. Let's call a spade a spade. It's probably warm.
Yeah, no shit, it's warm. Also probably a little salty.
When I was at Burger King, there was this manager that came in. She was new. She was coming from the... Travis knows it's the Hagerstown Burger King where the mall is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why is she being transferred from that Burger King to the one over here in West Virginia? Come to find out, she just got rehired as a manager after getting fired for fucking the general manager at that Burger King at the sink and breaking the sink.
Okay.
Cleaning the pipes.
Wait a minute.
Literally.
How big was this woman to break the fucking sink, or how hard were they going at it to break the fucking
even
sink?
Ask that. I mean, she wasn't big. No. It was just.
So either they were massive, or they were just going so ham that they broke the fucking sink.
Yeah,
Brooke went through an iron goddamn sink with your fucking Jesus.
And now she's a lesbian with a wife and kids.
That'll do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you fucking break a sink, I'd imagine like I don't think I want to.
Why would you want to break anything else? You don't want to break your fridge. I'm just gonna go with women.
But
I'm
she
break-
was probably the
Yeah,
coolest.
exactly.
She was the coolest manager ever, though.
Seems like it. Well,
Man, hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
you can pick your friends and you can pick your fuck buddies, but you can't break your your manager's
can't fix
sinks.
your appliances.
Yeah, this is proper etiquette 101, boys. Look it up.
Where it lies, it lies.
Look it up. It just reminded me of another story. It involves
don't
another.
be-
It's gross. It's gross. I don't know what it is with Mike and I's luck with like food places and like fucking
I'm not going
and
back
shit.
to Taco
What are
Bell.
we sticking our things in now?
right. So this incident was again this time it was me and my dad. So this one did involve me.
Oh,
So we're going up to KFC.
oh, this is gonna ruin KFC for me. Fuck you, James.
No, don't worry, because she's nowhere around
Well,
anymore.
you
We're
done,
okay.
You done ruined Taco Bell for me because there's a gay guy
Listen,
as manager at
listen.
Taco
Yes,
Bell now.
but he's in Massachusetts. You are safe, my friend.
But there's a
you are
gay
good.
guy at Taco Bell near me, so I'm going to be very, very
Hey.
sad.
Hammers, can you get a hashtag on Twitter? Save KFC for Logan.
Hashtag save all fast food for me.
Well,
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what KFC we're talking about here. I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking
that's
about
true.
the podcast, or we're talking about the food chain.
Oh,
I
Lord.
mean, I don't know. Wait, there's a KFC podcast?
Yeah,
Lord. Didn't
Is it
know
about the mashed potato bowl?
no. It's done by Barstool Sports.
that.
Oh.
I mean, if they got a podcast,
Do they talk about
McDonald's-
chicken?
I don't know what they talk about. I just learned about them a few days ago.
That's pretty cool that KFC has a podcast and Wendy's has a fucking mixtape. So,
Keep fucking cucking. That's what it means.
but go ahead, James.
Oh
Tell-
my
tell me
God.
you nasty ass fucking.
Yeah, so, well, speaking of that, speaking of cucks, so...
Oh, Mike.
No, I'm kidding. I don't think there was any cucks in this story, but I know there
Plenty
was
of
fucking
cocks,
going on.
I can tell you that right now. If it's
No, this happened. This was with vagina.
But-
Nothing to do with dick.
Ooh. Gather around, kids.
Yeah. Get ready
So-
for the blue waffle story.
Oh no, this is worse than blue waffles. Trust me. When I got done with this, so we're going to the freaking drive-through, and we hear this really weird lady. She's just on the manager. Like, I think she's the manager. I don't know if she's the manager. I think she was the assistant manager because I'm pretty sure she got fired pretty soon after this. But she takes her order, and she's like all like flirty with my dad, and she sounded like she like not like a cancer patient, but like on the brink of being like a cancer patient, like those ones that you see on the commercials where they have to put their, a finger over their hole in their throat. Like she's on the brink of that at this point. Right. So we're going up there, and then all of a sudden, and again, it's just see it in the window, and we see some shady shit going on. We're waiting there 20 minutes, and then we see just this, like, they open the door, like somebody opens the door. This is back when KFC didn't have like necessarily the private bathrooms, and I think their lock was broken this day. So they open the door. She's fucking our drumsticks that we ordered. She just fucked the drumstick,
The drum dildo.
and then she tried to give it to us. To which my dad was like, "I'm not gonna fucking take it." My dad was almost ready to like fucking flip out at management. I had to calm him down.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
"Dad,
flip out. I'm gonna get sick.
dude,
Massachusetts.
I
am
would
right?
too, but I was trying to calm him down. So like, because I'm like, dude, let's just throw this out and go somewhere the fuck else. We go to Burger King up the street after that, but it was like, yeah, and apparently it wasn't her first time, because the minute we talked about this with other people, apparently this was not her first rodeo with a fucking drumstick, and apparently she's not biased to drumsticks. She's done this to fucking potato wedges, fucking chicken
Come
strips,
on.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking
What?
someone fire her. How did she not get fired? Apparently she got fired a week after it happened.
Hey, James, can I ask you one favor?
How do you
Yeah.
get the wedge in there without it just mushing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Travis, you
I mean,
ruined it. You
It's
Listen,
2
ruined it.
a.m. Fuck it.
You
Listen,
ruined it.
hey,
You ruined the KFC for me.
listen, dude.
Good.
I lived through it, and this is a legit question
going
now that
back
Travis brought it up. I mean, this is a very good question.
Guess I'm going to Popeyes.
How does that not immediately pop in your head, Logan, is my question to you. Maybe you're the weird one. I think all of us immediately probably thought that, and all the listeners thought, how do you get it in there? How the fuck does that even work? Is it frozen?
It just happens, bro.
Before
And
I
that is
forget-
why I will not work on fast food for a while.
before
Or specifically those two. Although, in fairness, she has been fired. I believe the Taco Bell guy has been fired too. So the KFC Taco Bell like combination, see, they're safe. We're all good now. No fucking, to my knowledge, has happened since.
Before I forget, though, Travis Crook said, "Get some electric pussy goo for me."
Damn it, Crooked. I knew that. As soon as you said Crooked, I knew that's what he was going to say. I don't have the chat up. Sorry again, but yeah, fuck you.
No,
Crooked.
he
Welcome, by the way.
messaged me. He messaged me.
Oh,
he's
thought
going
he
to
was-
bed.
well, wherever he's at, fuck you, Crooked. Love you.
I'll
Fuck
tell
you.
him that.
Wherever is that? Fuck you.
I'm officially forgetting KFC and going to Popeyes from now on.
Well, I mean, you're probably gonna hear somebody say like one bad experience at one restaurant, and then
Oh,
you're gonna,
yeah, I
it's
know.
gonna be ruined for me. It was, in fairness, one experience. You'll be fine.
See, for me, I've
See,
always,
this
I've
is in
always,
Massachusetts. It probably doesn't happen in your area,
yeah, you never know. You never
dude.
know.
Massachusetts is full of the weirdest fucking people I've ever met in my fucking life. I think you'll be fine.
I've always wanted to go to Outback Steakhouse, and I was literally.
It's always fresh in the Outback.
So literally, I told my mom I saw the commercial for the ribs and the steak, or you can get shrimp and steak or whatever. I'm like, dude, I love steak, I love ribs, I really want some.
And you can get bloomin' onion with them.
Yeah.
So it's like
So-
a great time.
So I literally told my mom when we were driving by Outback Steakhouse after we went to Walmart, I'm like, I want to go, I want to try it. I've never been. I've heard it's expensive a little bit, so you gotta have money. Literally
Yes,
the next
right.
day on social media on
Money,
Facebook.
money,
on-
money, money.
Money, 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 money.
It's coming up. Sorry, Logan.
Literally
Yeah.
on Facebook the next day, Travis, Outback Steakhouse, some lady posted that she found a worm in her steak.
Damn.
And I'm just like, nope. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Well, where was
What
this? Was it in your area?
It literally our local.
Okay, yeah,
Steakhouse.
yeah. Then don't
So-
go.
so-
That's the answer to that. And now, see, if the fucking stories happen, and they were in your area, I say don't go. But they didn't. But if it's in your area and you found out there was a fucking worm, yeah, no, stay the far the fuck away. Bye bye. No worms for me.
Well, there is one story I found out on Facebook about our one of our local Subways. Somebody literally jacked off and came in somebody's sub and said it was mayonnaise. So
Well, I tried to give your fucking state some credit, but nope. Fucking.
I'm just glad you gave the full description of how that works, by the way.
well,
Well, I mean, he gave the whole definition to $5 footlong.
yeah, and it's
You got
mayonnaise.
extra. You paid for it.
It's mayonnaise with a little bit of ranchy sauce.
Yeah. Well, I mean, which one's to come? that's
I've seen
both
I've had
ways, man.
managers like in front of me like drop. It'll be like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes before we close, whatever, and just the manager being disgruntled and just like throwing the beef patty in the drain where like you mop and shit, that nasty ass
Oh
drain.
my
I've
god!
And then serve it and then blah blah blah. Like, went about the business. Seen that kind of shit. I've never seen anybody jerking it or anything like that, but I've seen some gross fucking shit. Just like, and it's always, hold on, I got a phone call. It's probably my girlfriend.
Well, Hammers, James. I'm gonna tell a story that Travis told me about when he at his old job, literally somebody ordered wings and wanted them undercooked.
Oh, why?
Why?
He literally told me this story, and it's actually true.
What?
And this dude literally had to go to the ER the next day for food poisoning and all that. I'm like, you'll wonder why.
Oh, he did that on purpose.
Because he wanted to try to get some money from the business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what a fucking scumbag. Fuck those kind of people,
But
dude.
it's just like I said, there's so many customers out there that just ruin the fucking restaurant business. And, I don't know, is it just me? Because I always ask myself this question, and I need you guys' opinion on this. Ever since I stopped working at fast food, because that's basically the only job I've worked at, every time I go inside a restaurant, I prefer going inside the restaurant compared to drive-through. And I know a lot of people love the drive-through, but I go inside because I want to see my food made, and I also want to see how clean the place is. I always look at every single employee and see what they're doing, and if they're changing their gloves after doing something specific.
Yep.
Because I've seen some people literally go wash their hands with the gloves on, or like wash dishes, and go make food with those gloves still on. And I'm like, why the fuck do you have soapy ass water on the gloves, and you're gonna literally take your hands, pick up a burger, and put it on the fucking bread?
Yeah, right?
Like,
I don't want soggy burger, thank you very much. Dude, the number one place you make sure you go into the restaurant, I don't care who you are, you always go into McDonald's. You do not go through the fucking drive-thru at all.
Always
Go into the restaurant.
Unless I'm really not, like, my hips are bugging me to the point where I don't feel like getting out, I have to go inside. And it's not just McDonald's to me, for me it's I gotta go in every restaurant. And that's
true, yeah.
And it's not just, I'm not in there to just, act like I'm a fucking food expert or a fast food expert, but from working fast food all my life, for so many years, I know what to look at, and so it's like when I see that stuff, I'm just like, yeah, if I was there, this shit would be different. If I ran it, if I was manager, it'd be a lot different.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially the manager I had, that old lady I was talking about earlier. She was a douchebag to everybody, customers, employees. Like, she was like fucking the Grinch.
The Grinch that stole Christmas, except in this case, it was the Grinch that stole every day.
Basically, to me, if I was manager, I would probably be the coolest manager you have. It's like having that manager that smokes weed every single fucking day and comes in as manager. They're the coolest people.
I have a funny joke, and it relates to a Grinch punchline. Who do you think the Grinch's wife is named? The Wench. That was a dad joke. I have a lot of those. Like here's one. Ready? Why do cows have hooves instead of feet?
Oh Lord.
Because they lack toes.
I
I
don't want to laugh, but I have to.
Wait, I got more. Hold on. Let me think. Right. Why? Oh,
Sorry.
Hi, Trev. Don't mind me. I was in the middle of telling some dad jokes.
All right.
Travis, I literally just told the story of that guy that came in to your old job and ordered undercooked wings.
Oh, that fucking idiot. Yeah, he ended up in the hospital. I'm sure you said that. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I bet you, Trav, he was doing it just to try to sue you guys. Just so.
No, he's a fucking regular. He was back literally 2 weeks later. He's just an idiot. He's just a fucking moron. I wish he was, if the story was like that, so people would actually believe me when I tell it. Like, I'm sure he's there now. Fucking.
What?
Yeah. He's a
That
fucking
would've been my
idiot.
first
So you
guess.
you mean to tell me he literally orders the same thing every time it comes? Uncooked wings?
Excuse me. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Next
saying this
thing you
one
know-
time. No, that's not what I'm saying. This one time he did it because he was that guy that always bitched about his wings being, they're too hard for my teeth. He kind of talks like Kevin Von Erich or some shit. He's one of those guys because of the rural area I'm in or
They're
whatever.
fucking ribs, idiot. What do you expect?
No, they were boneless wings. They were fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what the
Oh.
fuck? They weren't ribs.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy.
How is boneless wings too hot?
Hey, listen, you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you a good dad joke to make you less aggravated, Logan?
I'm just that fat guy that knows food. Okay.
Yes, that's okay. Now, if you are working on the floors and you need to sweep, did you hear about the new broom that came out recently?
What?
I mean, it's a new broom, man. Sweeping the nation.
God damn it.
No, no. I have this like wrestling mom that I go to wrestling with, and me and her went out the other day.
What does that mean?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Can you just, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
No, I'm serious. What does that mean?
It's like a second
No.
mom. It's like a second mom.
What do you mean? So,
All right,
I
then
think what
shake
he
your
means
wrestling. It's your tradition to go to wrestling then together.
We literally, that's basically all we normally do is go to wrestling.
Okay,
So,
I was just curious.
But we hung out the other week because we just, we haven't seen each other in a couple months. We haven't been going to wrestling. I haven't been. Just don't feel like it, And,
There's a new version of the MLW moniker. Mom Likes Wrestling. Great title.
Well, she's actually running a wrestling company right now too. So.
Oh, you serious? Oh.
Or
What is it?
Mom's like Weymouth. Ooh.
And she's the one that's going to try to get me in to do. She's in the process of trying to get me in to do the commentary in a couple months, hopefully.
Sure.
Nice.
James Archangel just comes in. Hey, yo, Ma, let me get your number.
Oh my gosh. So we went to Applebee's and we got that new special that's been on the commercial, steak and shrimp or steak and ribs, and I'm telling you right now that was probably the best steak and ribs I've ever had in my life.
At Applebee's?
Yes.
Damn, man.
It's,
I need to take you somewhere then, if that's the case.
It depends on what Applebee's you go to, in fairness.
well, I just loved the like, it was like loaded mashed potatoes and it had like the fried onions underneath with the steak. It was just bomb. It was some spicy ass ribs, and I had this like, she had this pina colada blue drink. Travis, have you ever heard of it? Drank it?
Yeah. I've never drank it, but I know what you're
I've
talking
heard
about.
of blue drink.
I don't like pina colada at all. I've never really.
You don't like pina colada?
You don't need a raincoat.
But Travis, we do need to hang out. It's been a year now.
Dude,
Jesus, Logan. God, every fucking time you always put the guilt trip on me. It's been a year, Travis. What the fuck?
god damn. Well, on the topic of food, if you guys ever come down to Boston for some random reason or whatever, go to U Burger. I never had U Burger. My friend Brian took me to a place called U Burger, and it's like right near Fenway Park. It is so goddamn good. I got it. It's the best burger I ever had. Like, I thought Wendy's was it. Nah, bro. This burger place was legit. I go there. You could do a build your own burger option, and what they do. So I got jalapenos on mine, but what they do is they put the jalapenos underneath the beef, dude. So you're like, all that spice is hitting your tongue, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoo! It was good.
That's,
It's also hot,
I
but it
love
was good.
jalapenos on anything.
Mm-hmm. So
Anything.
that was amazing.
Oh, don't get me started, Travis.
Jalapeno, bro.
Well, I was gonna say something. Oh, I know what it is. You know, you guys have Five Guys. Travis, you've had Five Guys before. That
Yeah.
place is fucking expensive.
Hell
Yep.
yeah, it is.
And overrated.
Yes, I agree. I agree
Literally.
wholeheartedly with that statement.
Well, when we got the Five Guys in Martinsburg, in town, Travis, my friend went there that plays Madden with us, and he's in the Madden group chat. He sent a picture of the receipt, and he got 2 burgers and 2 fries for him and his wife, and it was literally $30. And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, dude, you can get so much
Go
more.
to Wendy's. It's
Can
right
anyone-
beside it.
Exactly. You can
Can
get so
anyone
much
on
more
this show
food for
tonight-
for that much. You can get a nugget for that $30 meal. You can get 2 6-piece nuggets as opposed to going to fucking Five Guys and having to pay an arm and a leg and probably your goddamn nose for a burger, dude.
I mean, yes, their fries are bomb. Not gonna lie. I
I've
would,
better.
I would go to Wendy's. And
I'd rather have fucking Baconator fries from Wendy's than
Yeah,
Five-
exactly.
That's what I was
something
gonna
like that.
say. I would go to Wendy's and get the Baconator fries and a fucking triple Baconator and eat it. I don't care how fat
Yes. Do they have triple baconator?
I am.
Now
Yes,
you're.
they do, and it's.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you can get whatever you want, I guess, if you just keep adding. And then you get into like the secret menu item area and all this weird shit.
I'm fine with
and-
that.
Sort of like if you're paying for it, they kind of have to do it in a way. I'd assume.
And for anyone that listens to this episode and they actually want to know, is the secret menu like at McDonald's, for example, is that true? It is. It really is. You can get a apple pie McFlurry, okay?
But
You didn't
Sounds
know that?
good.
that's weird.
Can anyone
good,
on
but-
this show tonight argue with me in the last maybe, I don't know, 10 years, any fast food, and I consider it fast food, come at me, any fast food chain that's going downhill more than Chipotle, in my opinion?
Fuck.
Yes.
Fuck Chipotle.
Del Taco.
True.
See, I don't have one around here.
Me neither.
It was like when Del Taco first came about, it was like, oh, okay, this is a cool alternative, and then it went like, how
Slowly started becoming like everybody else.
well, not just that, it just became like
Listening just goes like the shit, the bigger that you get, I feel like.
it decided to do a Japan where it just started losing all of a sudden, and nobody understood why, and then just a big bomb hit.
Pretty much, you're not wrong.
I've
Yeah, no,
only-
that place is trash. You know what is really bad? Friendlies. That's probably
Never had
worse, to be honest.
When I was a kid, Friendlies was amazing, but I looking back in retrospect, it's probably because I didn't know any better.
Yeah. No, Friendlies was
This
garbage.
fucking sucks a big dick now. I agree. I don't like going there. My kids like it. I think it's a kid thing.
Yeah,
my,
but, like,
my mom's been telling me she really wants to go to Bojangles or whatever it is in Winchester, Travis.
No clue.
It's like it's supposed
I
to be
don't
like
live in your state, Logan. I don't know what you're talking about.
when,
Keep acting like I'm up the road. I'm not.
I'm saying
like it's
Winchester,
close.
Virginia. It's called Bojangles or something. It's supposed to be like a KFC Popeyes put together.
Okay.
So
I
I've been
feel
wanting
that.
to, I've been wanting to try it, but I can't believe we've been talking fast food and we've never mentioned like a Checkers or Sonic, and nobody's mentioned Chick-fil-A.
Well, Chick-fil-A is dope. Sonic, Sonic's
Checkers is pretty good. They got some cool shit.
If you go to one of the good Checkers on a beautiful day, I mean, one of the places where like they care what the fuck they're giving you. It's one of the best fast food experiences ever. When you're fucking stoned, I'm not afraid to say it.
And Carl's Jr. was just literally the first restaurant that had CBD infused burger. So
Yeah, that's dumb.
yeah.
On the topic of this, who thinks what fast food place like has the best fries?
That's a good question.
Let's go around the
Personally,
board. Let's start it off. Hammers. Who's got the best fries? Toughie. It is. It's a toughie, James.
I got mine.
Do we count waffle fries as fries or no?
Yes.
Yes.
It has fries in the name.
It's a very hard decision.
Well, I got mine.
And I know a lot of people I've seen on social media say McDonald's, and I think no.
No.
I'm not gonna have to. We cannot allow. We got to disqualify it already before anyone said BK chicken fries don't count. Just
Yeah.
All right.
They're just chicken.
You can't pull that card. So no jokers allowed. All right, continue.
You see, I might be going with the against the grain here, but I mean, McDonald's fries.
Right,
if McDonald's fries are salted like properly, they are one of the best fries there.
Well, see, that's the problem. You have to say properly. Here's where you know it's going to be good. Popeyes. Their Cajun fries. Magnifique.
Those are good. See, that was a dark horse I didn't even think about. You just changed my game a little bit. I got to rethink my shit.
I know.
Dude, when you go to Popeyes and have those Cajun fries, it's like heaven on earth, bro.
Question.
And especially if you dip like the Cajun fries and macaroni and cheese. Magnifique.
You know what? I'm sticking my pick. I got to stay true to my gut. For me, come at me. I got to go after they changed them. Burger King's fries when they're fresh with that fucking zesty sauce.
Zesty sauce, and I also like them with ranch.
I love them with buffalo sauce. It's great.
I do like the waffle fries at Chick-fil-A. I did have a question though. Does potato wedges count as like a fry?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
Yes.
Well, then I'm going with KFC's potato wedges.
True.
Does anyone feel like they've changed the spices to those over the years?
Yes.
You mean there is no spice?
There is. There's a little.
Barely,
they're just like your frozen standard ones you'd get. I feel like at any grocery store, maybe.
I mean, I feel like you compare the potato wedge to the Cajun fry at Popeyes is
no comparison.
Yeah,
I mean that round.
Yeah, it's like I personally I think Cajun fries blows potato wedges out of the water.
Does Popeyes have Cajun wedges? Because
I wish that'd be amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to try the new they have the boneless wings with tater tots now at Popeyes. And it comes with like a Cajun seasoning packets too.
Wait, then that means I can get both Cajun fries and potato wedges in like one box. I know what I'm doing next Friday night.
Logan, imagine a fucking pizza of your choice, your favorite kind of pizza, and the crust is made of potato wedges.
Oh my goodness! Now I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys watched Dame Drops ever on YouTube?
Yes. Super official. Yeah, I love Dame.
All right, so he did a video a couple months ago, and it was this like a potato pizza, okay? Ooh. And it's supposed to have like potatoes, and then the sauce is not marinara. It's supposed to be like a ranch. It's supposed to be like a potato bacon ranch pizza.
Ooh.
And it looked fucking good. Not gonna lie.
I want to eat it now.
I feel like anything shredded cheese, bacon, and ranch is usually perfection and can't miss. Usually.
Yeah, usually.
All right. There's another question for you guys though. It's a dessert pizza. I've only heard of it about a month ago. Have you guys heard of the peanut butter jelly pizza?
No, and I don't want to try that.
I'd try it. I don't know how I feel about it.
I've heard some people, come to me and actually tell me that it's really, really good, and it's better than like the apple crisp pizza that you get like at Cece's Pizza.
Yeah, but then you could just go and get a fucking Smucker's for like $2, and it's basically just a mini fucking PB&J pizza.
Logan,
All right.
Logan, you can throw down your fucking gauntlet all you want. I hate CC's pizza. I don't like it. I have nothing but bad experiences.
CC's is fucking trash.
It's
And
disgusting.
Dude, my dad's running joke would be like, dude, if I put tomato sauce and cheese, you would think it's pizza if I fucking served it as pizza. And then I had CC's, and I'm like, bruh, this is
Not even
fucking
that. Just
nasty.
the fucking food is shitty, and just it's disgusting there. Like so many people are in and out there. Like, oh, an arcade has like 2 shitty games and a claw machine with like literally. I gotta take a picture of this sometime and shoot it to you guys. And it's got like not even half full of prizes. It's so barren wasteland in the claw machine. It's just pathetic and just.
Oh,
There's this like
Yeah.
she's been there for years now at the one in my area. She's a Spanish lady, and she like goes around. She's the lady that takes the plates, the lady at CC's or whatever. And
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
so mean and nasty to kids, and people have complained about her for years. But she's becoming this national treasure around this area. Just this bitch that works at CC's.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything positive about CC's. You know, when you go into CC's Pizza and you start eating, and you literally say the fucking salad on the salad bar is better than the pizza, you know it's not CC's Pizza, it's CC's salad.
Yeah.
To be fair,
And
when
that's
it's like if you bring it out, you got to jump right on that shit. You got to be like on point. Like it's like a spider sense when that fresh pizza's being shifted out. But when it is the freshest, their buffalo chicken pizza's pretty decent. I'll give them that. But that's about it.
I'm not gonna lie. When I go to CC's Pizza for the buffet, I'm literally ordering a pizza for myself, and it's the taco pizza. It's the only time I like going to CC's.
okay, yeah, all right. You have me there, but that's like their only redeeming quality is that they do the taco pizza.
When I
That's
hear
like
taco
saying
pizza,
that's like
why
saying
people's
Pizza
idea of that
Hut's
is
the
so
king of
different.
pizza.
I always grew up with like taco pizza. It was like refried beans, like a tortilla shell, and lettuce and cheese, and it's kind of just it's more Mexican than like now. It's like it's a taco pizza. It's just like pizza with like taco meat on it. I'm like, no, that's not like I remember Pizza Hut having a pretty good taco pizza when I was growing up.
hmm
I haven't had.
and then they were like frozen. We need to have everything frozen now.
And the
Yeah.
last time CC's Pizza to me was relevant was when I was literally probably like 11 or 12 years old, and they came out with this cheeseburger pizza, and it actually had like ketchup and mustard on it, and it actually tasted good. That's the last time it was actually relevant to me. And that's sad. That's sad. And
Just like-
I know a lot of people tell me that, Little Caesars is the bomb.
Why am I Eddie fucking Gilbert? God bless him.
love how-
I thought that like popped up on my fucking thing, like I had that playing, but no, thank you. Hammers, I think man, Muda kicked ass in this era. Sorry, Logan.
Yeah, we're literally. The funniest thing is we're literally watching this as we're talking about food. How fat do we sound right now?
Well,
Is it okay? That's something okay. Every time when you guys like it's late at night, you get the the munchies, whatever. Do you feel like you get hungrier if like old wrestling's on?
No.
I
I-
always get hungry if I'm watching the Food Network channel and I have to see fucking the chick from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody hosting diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Wow. Where did that-
Super specific. Like, what the fuck?
I usually, if I have like a late night snack, it's usually while watching like Twitch highlight streams or something like that.
There you go. Well, I feel like everyone's got like their thing on TV. I think it's something ingrained in their head from years and years of like that one thing that like you see come on TV and it kind of makes you just kind of want to veg out and eat and watch it.
I just drink a lot of soda.
Series,
Are you
fuck
okay,
anything.
James, over there?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm all set. I'm good.
Well,
Yeah.
if you want me to give you another one, I can say fucking Trump looks like Snooki and Donald Duck had sex, but
I mean, you're not wrong.
I've already messaged Hammers about doing a background check on you, by the way, Logan, since you said that. Just letting you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't eat like when I'm watching wrestling, but I do like if I'm gonna watch like classic wrestling, I'm gonna like pour some soda and like I just drink a lot of soda. Like, it's just a guilty pleasure, I guess. I don't know. I noticed that I do that a lot, though. Like, if I'm watching, like, an old pay-per-view, I'll just, like, get a Diet Dew and just kick it.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie, if I watch wrestling on the WWE Network, I grab me some white cheddar popcorn, you know,
Ooh.
and some Dr.
What if you
Pepper.
watch wrestling on New Japan, Logan? What then do you eat?
Asian
Chinese food.
Mhm.
I said Asian
Cross
food,
culture,
whatever.
cross culture, cross culture.
Hoagies.
If I watch New Japan, it's a food.
I knew
No.
it.
If I
No.
watch,
knew it.
Chinese food when watching New Japan.
Don't listen to James with his encouragement. Don't, no.
if I watch Underground, I'm eating.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I have done that though, dude. I watched Wrestle Kingdom 13 and I on the same day. It was a fuck.
All right.
Not gonna lie.
Here's a question. All right. What's your guys' favorite? What do you get when you go to Chinese?
Well, I mean, there's a place in my area called the Peking Kitchen. Yeah, I know. Sounds super stereotypical.
If it's not peaking, I'm not going.
If it's not the raw bar,
wait, you have Peking in your area too?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if it's under peaking, then I'm not going.
It's actually really good. For me, I guess it's because, like, I don't like the Chinese food. Like, if you get the pork fried rice, they have, like, all this extra shit in it. Like, dude, not what it's advertising to me. When I think of pork fried rice, I think of the pork and the rice, and the Peking Kitchen over in my area delivers that. And they don't put
Yeah.
any extra shit in it, and that's why I like it.
Like,
I always go for the lo mein. Like, I'm a lo mein guy. I don't usually get rice at buffet.
do you like pork lo mein, shrimp lo mein, chicken?
I
or-
like beef lo mein. Like, if I'm ordering out, usually I'll get, like, beef and broccoli lo mein as, like, one of the mains.
Oh,
General
that sounds
Tso's
good.
chicken is standard. But my favorite, like, hot dish is the coconut chicken. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking
Never.
amazing.
So
Oh,
would
that
you
was-
get hammers?
Well, I get usually two options. I get plain noodles and orange chicken, or I get sweet and sour shrimp with steamed rice.
There's one thing I do want to say about orange chicken. My little brother Brandon, he went to the Prime Outlets. You guys know what that is, obviously. And he went to the Chinese place and they gave samples. It was the orange chicken. He really liked it. So then one day we were gonna order some orange, and for some reason they had the orange peels in the chicken, and it was just cut up very fine, and he didn't like that at all. I guess it just depends on where you go and get it from now.
It does. It totally does with Chinese food.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their go-to Chinese place that they'll go out of the way for sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
I do that with Peking.
I went to a kick-ass one when we just went up your way there, James, for Mania and stuff. Kind of your way, up north more than where I'm at. But yeah, we found this one by the
you were
hotel.
in New York with me. I
The
forgot.
raw ball was raw ball. Jesus fucking Christ! The raw bar was excellent. It's one of the best ever.
Never heard of it.
No,
Dude, I went to this place in New Jersey. It had really good pizza. Like, really good pizza.
James, what do you get for Chinese?
Well, I mean, we're on the topic in New York. But for Chinese food, like a specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, pork fried rice usually. I get a combo meal when I go. So like, there's like the combo meal is called the number 6 there. So it's like it has pork fried rice, chicken fingers, chicken wings, pork, and beef teriyaki. I'm like, and then if you get 2 of those, you go over $20, and they include a crab rangoon in that. And when you get all that, my dog,
Good. Yes.
What about Dr. John's?
that's 5-course meal material, dude.
Oh my god, that looks good. Sorry.
There's an
If
ad
you-
that's
Steak
Fucking
and
you.
shrimp? Taco
you.
John's.
Hang on, let me go over here and look what you're looking at, okay?
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
oh no, what are we on? No. Why WCW? Why?
Gator snake.
Alright, so I wanna say what I get. It's I always get the combination platter with shrimp fried rice,
Mm.
and it's called the we got 2 Chinese restaurants that has 2 different names for it. One of them's the Happy Family, and the other place it's called Triple Delicacy. Do you guys know what's in it? You want to take a guess?
A happy ending.
God, no.
It has mixed vegetables
Why,
that I like.
Hammers?
I love the mushrooms and the broccoli. That's one of my 2 favorite things.
I love the 70s, Logan.
Love I love the 70s. I hate that 70s guy. Shit gimmick on a really good wrestler. What the fuck?
But
The nephew of fucking Terry Bollea. Who knew?
I will say, he didn't look bad playing the role, but just why?
This show turned into a fucking Bray Wyatt tweet. For those that can't figure it out, who are we talking about?
Oh yeah, Mike Awesome. That 70s guy on WCW Nitro 2000, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we are watching as we're talking about food.
We do it so you don't have to.
Now I want to inject rat poison into my
Now,
fucking
give Logan
eyeballs.
well, for the Triple Delicacy or Happy Family, it comes with big pieces of pork.
Triple delicacy match. Vampiro, Mike Awesome, and Norman Smiley.
Jesus Christ.
Perfect. Let's go.
Alright,
Done.
so it has big pieces of pork.
No, it's got to be on a pole match.
Jesus.
Chinese food on a pole match. Let's go.
So it's big pieces of pork, chicken, beef,
Big
and
pieces of pork.
Jesus Christ, why are we watching this? And jumbo shrimp with mixed vegetables. There we go. Finished it.
Why are the pieces of pork specifically bigger than the others, Logan? Got something against
know.
chicken?
He really likes pork.
I just like it for the jumbo shrimp. Leave me alone.
I like.
You're not helping
This
your
era
case
of
after
Vampiro.
that. I'm
That's
just
what I
saying. I don't like the pork. I like the jumbo shrimp.
Is this ICP Vampiro? What Vampiro is this, Hammers? You did this.
I
This
think it
is
is. I think it
ICP.
is the ICP.
Oh
Well,
boy.
he just gave
The
him a
bus has
headbutt,
been
so now
washed.
he has a concussion already. That's probably why he's got dementia.
So it's like 2000 or 99 Vampiro on, because he's still pretty much ICP Vampiro when he's not, and wherever he's at.
This
Because
is
he still does the
2000.
gathering and all that shit.
This is 2000.
Lord have mercy.
Waylon
Mike
Mercy.
Awesome.
Look at that shoulder block. See? It's because you guys talk shit about him. He's going to show you. Look, he's hitting those ropes. Look at that.
No,
Look at that.
He is
Do it.
done.
He fucking Shelton Benjamined him.
I love Mike Awesome though as a wrestler.
Dude,
He was
his-
so ahead of his time.
We're off the rails anyway. We're off the clock, right, Logan?
Yes.
Fucking his matches with Masato Tanaka. I don't care who you are. It was ECW. Those matches don't get talked about
Here he
enough.
goes.
I get the
Let's
overselling
check it
argument. Oh my
out.
god. Tope.
Man, we can have a 4-man commentary here on WCW.
Nobody can see it but us.
Grab
You'll
it.
watch along fucking Conrad, so.
Yep.
Yeah,
Taking
maybe
out
we
the
can
trash.
turn this into a radio broadcast. I mean, that's what it is technically.
Not the kendo stick!
Kind of stuck right to the back of Vampiro.
If
This
he,
ginger-haired
Yeah, no.
referee's letting a lot slide, guys.
if he doesn't use that orange cone, I fucking quit this fucking show.
I've never seen this ref. Where the hell did he come from?
It looked like he
Well-
came straight off a shift at fucking McDonald's, but
It's-
that's not the point right now, because here they are brawling on the outside.
I'm being told it's the actor from Ready to Rumble, the young man. Yes, he's making his officiating debut as we see off the. Oh my god, his face.
He probably is, but nobody cares about him because David
No way.
Arquette's the world champ, probably.
Don't do this!
I think
Oh,
Hammers,
God.
Oh my god,
Oh,
he
God.
did it!
He just pulled a new jack.
I think Hammers would agree with me. If that dude painted his hair pink, it would be Colin.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I saw that. What the fuck, Colin?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
come on, Colin. What are you doing?
Oh, look at that super kid.
Sweet.
Hey, look,
Damn
it's head
music.
security guy.
Oh, he told the person to take the picture. He took the picture, and now we go back into the inside of the ring. Oh, there's Mike Awesome's ankle on a
Oh.
chair.
And don't forget LVD there. LVD.
LVD. Who's LVD?
Little
We don't
Vinny
know.
Douglas,
Popping up
shout
the-
out to him into the guardrail. My God, as we see the oh my God, the underwear of Mike Awesome peeking through the skin tight jeans as the crutch into the lower back. My God,
Oh,
not
another
again. That
one.
one went flying.
He's
No
the DJ
lawsuits
Khaled.
need to be had.
He's the DJ Khaled of crutch shots.
Only-
Another one.
Only Donovan would be looking at his ass.
And now there's a kitchen tray to the head of Vampiro, and we're going under the ring now. Mike Awesome pulling out a table,
Don't
a
do
specialty
this.
even for that 70s
Don't
guy.
do this. Don't
Setting
do
it
this.
up. He's got evil things in mind, gentlemen.
The
What evil things that he's gonna pull a sick burn